From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is the triumphant return of NEPSAC girls soccer, NEPSAC sports in general, here on LSP. Today it's the Lawrence Academy Spartans hosting the St. Paul's Big Red in ISL action. Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Feely here, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Lawrence Academy in white, St. Paul's in red as we get this game underway. As you can see, it's a little cloudy here down on the right side of the field, but Lawrence Academy is in red. Caught me a little off guard. St. Paul's in white. Was expecting the blue jerseys from the Lawrence Academy team photo for the home uniform, so I guess I'm gonna have to change the score bug at halftime. I don't know, but anyways, always something, isn't it? Anyways, Lawrence Academy with possession right now, going left to right. A little bit of a rushed start here as we came directly from a hockey game in Tewksbury that ended at 2:10. And Lawrence Academy entering play with a record of 1-0-1. Beat Cushing 5-0 on September 21st, and on Saturday tied Milton Academy 2-2. Both away games. This is the Spartans' home opener. St. Paul's has been has far more games under their belt thus far. They are at 4-1, winning last time out 4-0 against Proctor. Before that, a 3-0 loss to Worcester, but started the season with 3 straight wins: 2-1 against Kimball Union, 1-0 against Groton, and 2-0 against Tilton. Unusually untalkative, I know, folks, but we're still waiting on rosters, unfortunately. Everything is digitized these days, and I kind of need the paper rosters. Just waiting on them right now. Lawrence Academy website sells last year's girls soccer roster up right now.
Red ball. Red ball. Bad to be free all the guys.
All right, folks. Sorry, we just a lot of roadblocks getting these streams back up and running, and I just noticed that the clock cam just froze. But no score thus far in the first 10 minutes plus here in the first half. Lawrence Academy and St. Paul's. Try to fix the clock cam as soon as I can. I'll just deal with the clock cam later. up being a goal kick for St. Paul's. And Olivia Connolly, the senior from Washington, D.C., boots it deep. But Avery Barton's there. Melissa Prentice, one of the captains for L.A. on the right side of the box and across the face of goal. Karina Liberator unable to convert. So it'll be Connolly again. Mars from distance, and it's in! Sahana Mars, the junior from Manchester, Connecticut, in the golazo from about 30. And it is 1-0 Spartans. Goal comes in the 13th minute of the first half. LA out to a 1-0 lead. Just their third game of the season. Again, starting the season at 101. They're going to try and thread the needle again for Mars. She's on the edge of the box. On the near side, gets forced off the ball. St. Paul's takes over. Barton. Tapped over to Ella Rago. Now the top of the box goes over the left side, and this will be scooped up by Connolly. Almost dribbled out of bounds by Meg Bowen. Trying to wiggle free is Emily Kirkman. Spartans take over. Nice little nutmeg by McSweeney, but it'll be cleared to the back line. And Caldwell. St. Paul's trying to thread the needle ahead for Kirkman, but swept back to midfield. And it's Liberator again. Liberator on the right side. Tries to spring Mars. Going for a brace early on. Mars, the shot across the face of goal, and no one there to try a one-timer on the opposite side of the box, but LA keeps possession. They get it in the box. Could have been close to a handball, no call either way. LA still on the attack. The shot on and his block going over to the end line. It'll be kept in bounds by Liberator. Liberator, and it'll be snagged by Connolly. 15th minute, 1-0 our score. The goal by Sahana Mars, the lone tally thus far. That goal again by Mars in the 13th minute. Here's Liberator on the right side, hip to hip with Bowen. It'll go over the end line, and it'll be a corner kick. This is corner kick number 3 already for LA. Alex Caldwell, junior from Daniel Island, South Carolina, coming in to swing it with the right leg, it looks like. Here it comes. It's a low line drive, and nobody there to greet it in a red jersey. Paddle head by Hanley Sepiel, and it'll come all the way back to Caldwell. Caldwell over to the left side. Summer McSweeney unable to get past the defense. Goes back to her back line. I think this will try a through ball for Liberator. Only white jerseys in front, though. Now it'll be Ashley McSweeney. Glances off of Liberator. Liberator still has it. Tries the cross, and it goes off of Tegan Casey's feet. So it'll be another corner again. Fourth corner of the match for LA. None yet for St. Paul's. Really nothing to speak of in terms of possessions in possession time in the offensive third for St. Paul's. Here it comes on the corner by Prentice. High in the air, brought down the box, and then it'll be Kirkman, turns it over. Kirkman will try to go get it here. Overruns the ball. Liberator trying to thread the needle for Janiyah Body, and a little too strong. It'll go over the end line. We'll have our first sub of the match for LA here in the 17th minute. And it looks like that is Gina Cookenham from Gilman Ironworks, New Hampshire, coming on for LA. Goal kick draws for Ashley McSweeney. Up the right side for Liberator. Liberator gets cut off. Bowen's there, but it'll be LA ball, but this time looks like just gonna be a throw. But it's as good as a corner. Reese Pereira will drop it in. St. Paul's able to get it out of danger. Here comes Kirkman. Kirkman, and there to catch up to her is Pereira. And it'll be launched back the other way by Caldwell. Tried to connect with Mars, but the offside flag is up. 18 minutes gone by here in the first half. Free kick here for St. Paul's. Really nothing for Molly Davidson, the sophomore goalie for LA, to sweat about right now. Up to get it is Caldwell. Push from behind there. Cookenham stays on her feet, and it goes out of bounds for an LA throw. Oh! For all that. Alyssa Prentice sneaks one through, and it is 2-0. All right, we are back, folks. I apologize. Murphy's Law works overtime and streaming, huh? We are in the 22nd minute of the first half. A 2-0 score. Goals by Sehana Mars and Karina Liberator, the difference right now for LA. This one will be snagged by Connolly. Tapped over along midfield, bodies there. Tries to get it ahead for Millward. And Madison Best stumbled, but stayed with the play. And here comes Millward for a throw for LA. Drops it in on the edge of the box. Body trying to control it. Goes down to try and sweep it back towards the box. And St. Paul's gains possession. Up the right side. St. Paul's really has not managed anything offensively in this first half. They'll try to thread the needle for Millward, but it's Connolly coming up to get it. Into the middle of the field, glances off of Ian Birmingham's hip, and that'll give LA another chance to get the offense going. Body ran into a defender, and that was Barton, and no call either way. Here's another chance for LA on the left side. A stutter step by Cookenham, and that gives Hillary a chance to sweep it out of bounds. It'll be another LA throw, however. And along the far touchline is Summer McSweeney and turns it over to Sapiel. All the way back out to Rago, and it goes out of bounds for a St. Paul's throw. 15:32 to go here in the first half. 2-0 our score. LA on top, trying to stay unbeaten. They are 1-0-1 entering play. 4-1 are the Big Red, however. Comes to the near side, Kirkman. St. Paul's, again, is not really threatened at all offensively. Up the right side, Millward was calling for it, but it's a little too strong. It'll be a throw for St. Paul's. Bowen drops it in for Birmingham. And a turnover, chance for Addison Best. Best grounds the cross, maybe still a chance though, but unable to get a strong foot on it was Prentice. Turnover, however, back to Millward. Millward into the box. Only white jerseys in front, however. Up into the middle of the field for Kirkman. Turned over, shot by Body, and it goes off a Body and bounces the other direction. That was Hillary in the way, and dangerous spot there because on Body's original shot, Conley was following it to her right, and then Hillary, getting her body in the way, redirected the shot to Kirkman's left. Corner kick again for the Spartans, headed out of the box by the Big Red. And on the counterattack, on the near side, it's Kirkman, goes back to the middle of the field, and therefore it is Summer McSweeney. Taps it ahead. Here is Body. Up the right side, and trying to lead Millward. It was intercepted, however. There is Bowen. Got some toddlers here along the near side. You need to keep them off the field, guys. Pereira with the throw here for LA. Go out of bounds. I thought that was off of Body's boot, but instead it will be an LA throw still. Players go down, no call either way. LA player down on the grass, face first. Slow to get up. This goes out of bounds over towards the corner flag. And we'll see if see what's going on over here. Didn't look too serious when she went down, but maybe landed hard enough that got the wind knocked out of her. I don't know. Kim Healy, the head coach for the Spartans, out to check on her down player. Athletic trainers are Matt Ferreira and April Buchheit. I don't know if Coach Healy is looking for a booking or anything of that sort against St. Paul's, but it's certainly nothing blatant in that sequence. It's one player for each side. They ran into each other incidentally, but the St. Paul's player got up rather quickly. Now we just have to see have here for LA. I can't see the jersey number, and I'm right here on field level, and covering the jersey number. I believe that is April Boothhead with the hand on the player's back. Clock is stopped right now at 12:39 to go in the first half, by the way. Do it. While we have this stoppage, I guess we can take this time to fix the clock cam. So get ready for something big, folks. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it is way more serious than I thought, and I believe that is Karina Liberator too, who is being helped off and is hopping on her right leg. She looks like she hurt her left leg pretty good. Left knee or left ankle possibly. So that is a tough break there for the Spartans. That is 16, right? It's McSweeney. It's 15. Excuse me, not Karina Liberator. It's Ashley McSweeney. My mistake. And McSweeney, the junior out of Weston, Mass. So, hope she's okay. As we resume play, we have a throw down here in the corner towards the LA end. We're going to have a free kick here. A good spot, about 35 or 30 yards away from goal for the Big Red. And it's going to be Barton standing over it for St. Paul's. All set up there. Here it comes, and the first real test of the game for Molly Davidson. She passes it. B. Barton to the near side. Bohan, maybe a little too strong for Tess Mulkerin, but she still has possession. Barton goes back to Casey. Now Mulkerin into the middle. Davidson there again. Davidson out of Watertown, New York, which is a stone's throw from the Ontario border. LA on the attack on the right side. Millward, oh, they did it again! 3-0. The cross finds Addie Best. And it is 3-0 Spartans. half an hour in. Like I said earlier, St. Paul's coming in to play at 4-1. This is only the third game of the season for the Spartans in their home opener, but they are playing in mid-season form, it seems, already. 3-0 up on St. Paul's. 9.5 to go in the first half. Body trying to muscle her way through the defense along the near touchline. They get it into the middle. No one was there initially, but then there's Gibbs. And it pops up, lands here on the near side of the box. St. Paul's having a hard time getting it out, it seems. It's Liberator. Again, it was not Liberator who was injured. It was Ashley McSweeney. McSweeney was helped off the field, could not put weight at all on her left leg. But it hasn't sapped the Spartan spirits just yet, it seems. Couple of opportunities in short order after the injury stoppage for St. Paul's, but that's really been it for the entire first half in terms of chances for the visitors. Casey escapes the pressure, gets it to Barton. Launch it up the right side, and there to sweep it away is Summer McSweeney. Ashley and Summer, they are twins. They are juniors, class of 2024. Under 8 minutes to play in the first half, what has been all LA thus far. St. Paul's trying to set up a chance here. Birmingham being forced to the touchline by Summer. And it'll go over, but it'll be a St. Paul's throw. Under 7.5 to go. And LA able to clear out to midfield. Millward with the pressure here comes to the near side, and Bohan back into the middle of the field for Barton. Barton launches way off target, wide left. Under 7 minutes to go. Lands at midfield for Casey, and then Barton. Barton puts on the brakes, now comes to the near side and plays it back to Casey. See the attackers and midfielders putting relentless pressure on the St. Paul's back line. They try to get it to Gibbs. She had an opportunity just a couple minutes ago. That one snuffed out, but it will be another LA throw as we approach 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Oh, man. Up the right side. Booted back ahead by Caldwell. And Summer McSweeney gets it into the feet of Barton. Barton basically being dared to even move with the ball there by the Spartans, and then they get it ahead to Gibbs, who will try to lead Millward, but Millward loses the handle. Millward still with pressure, though, and then the blast from Pereira lands in the box, then glances out. It'll be Prentice from the top of the 18 and into the woods. Five minutes to go. In the first half, 3-0 our score. Mars, Liberator, and Best, the goal scorers thus far. For LA, and only one save needed to be made for Molly Davidson, the goalie. Body will knock it down. And here she comes. Up the left side now, then it goes into the middle. Here's another chance! Number 4! And Alyssa Prentice joins the party, and it is 4-0 in the 36th minute. Schuster, excuse me, not Schuster. Wrong number 12. It is Bohan on the near side. We'll draw a throw here for St. Paul's. Drops it in the box, trying to connect with Catherine Scott. And it comes back to Hillary. And taken away by Liberator. 4 different goal scorers here in the first half for the Spartans. 4-0 our score, 3.5 to go. And we've really only had 2 subs this match. At least it feels like 2 for LA, and one of them was because of an injury, the injury to Ashley McSweeney. We hope she's okay, as is played over the right side and booted ahead by Summer McSweeney. Summer's been doing a good job of coming up and just returning the ball back into the St. Paul's end and just not giving them any opportunity to breathe and try to make some kind of offensive attack. 2.5 to go in the first half. There's Summer again heading it down along the far touch line. And they could have had an opportunity there for a through ball, but Body was there to knock it forward. On the near side, it's Mulkerin. Bohan stays on her feet, but play by Pereira was able to slow him down. Scott going into the middle, turns it over. Prentice looking for some space. Scott again on the far side. So the clock will stop at 2 minutes, as is the case in high school soccer, and the final 2 minutes will be kept on the field. 4-0 our score, and if you're confused by the score bug, LA is in blue, not red, and St. Paul is in white. LA is in red, not blue, and St. Paul is in white, not red. Anyways. Prentice into the middle. Comes to the near side over the touch line. Throw in for LA. And under 2 minutes. Clock on the scoreboard is stopped. Remaining time kept on the field by the officials. Another throw for LA. From just outside the box, stopped there. Up the near touch line. Turnover to Pereira. Into the middle of the box and then cleared. And right in front of us. And that'll do it. First half that belonged solely to LA with goals by Mars, Best, Liberator, and Prentice. Will take a timeout. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half from Lawrence Academy Groton Mass with your score. The Lawrence Academy Spartans 4 and the St. Paul's Big Red 0. This is NEPSAC Girls Soccer here on LSP. Welcome back to the second half of NEPSAC Girls Soccer here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Lawrence Academy Spartans leading the St. Paul's Big Red 4-0 as we get the second half underway. Four different goal scorers in the first half for the Spartans. Sahana Mars, Karina Liberator, Addison Best, and Alyssa Prentice. Goalie Molly Davidson has only had to make one save. LA trying to, St. Paul's trying to challenge early here in the second half, and that one will be snuffed out, but St. Paul's gets the ball back rather quickly. And Davidson, with a nice stop there. The few chances she has had to take care of, she has done quite well. One situation, though, and it has not gone LA's way. They lost Ashley McSweeney to a apparent leg injury with about 12 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Sweeney was helped off the field, could not put any pressure on her left leg. Battle here in the corner is Reese Pereira. Turns it over. Chance at the top of the box. Cutting across for St. Paul's was Georgia Bussey, but that opportunity will be snuffed out, and so will this one by Davidson. Here's a chance now for LA on the right side. Millward, she's had a couple opportunities in the first half, but no goals to show for it. And she does earn a throw out of this in a pretty good spot. Close to the corner flag. It'll be dropped in. Defense from behind by Tess Mulkerin for St. Paul's. And then it goes over the end line for a St. Paul's goal kick. So nothing really to speak of in the first offensive chance of the second half for the Spartans. They still lead 4-0 as we are 3.5 minutes into the first half. Second half, rather. Oh, man. Long day. Only 2 games I've had to do today. The first one was a hockey game out at the Breakaway Ice Center in Tewksbury. EHL game there. Again, that was in Tewksbury. And there's the I almost said 3.5 hour drive. It's a half-hour drive, but that chips in the time. Had to set up for this game, but hey, we're back. We're online. Had some connection troubles, but honestly, when do we not here? I mean, we don't always have connection troubles when I use the tablet hotspot, but somehow I don't have access to that anymore. But I'm back. LA, I'm here. I love you. Let's watch a soccer game like a family, like we used to, huh? Looks like another set piece here for LA. Corner kick. I think I had like 5 in the first half. This will be the second half. A little bit of indecision here, but here it comes. Tap ran into St. Paul's body in front. Prentice with the opportunity. Chance from distance. Glances off St. Paul's boot. LA able to keep possession. Rago can't convert. St. Paul still looking to clear. Well, they'll get it out of bounds for a throw anyways, but still in a good spot. And it's Summer McSweeney to loft it into the box over the head of Mars, who was the first goal scorer for the Spartans all the way back in the 13th minute and had an opportunity to score in short order afterwards, but nothing doing there. So it remains a 4-0 game. Played back upfield. Mars was waiting for it, intercepted by the midfielders of St. Paul's, headed back the other way by McSweeney. Pereira trying to muscle her way upfield. Instead, it's given to Mulkerin for St. Paul's and turns it over to her number 19 counterpart, Rago. Up the right side, it'll go out of bounds around the midfield stripe. About 6.5 gone by here in the second half. 4-0 our score. LA entering play with a record of 1-0-1. St. Paul's at 4-1, but in danger of dropping their second in their last 3 games here. Try to chip it ahead for Sepiel. Sepiel will go chase it down in the corner. Try the cross. Right. Sticking the foot in the way was Body. Still in hockey mode. Goes out of bounds for a St. Paul's throw here in the 47th minute. Cutting in front to get the shot off, and it's off the side of the goal. Oh. Is that Charlotte Bigelow? I think it was 13? No, it wasn't Bigelow. It was Avery Barton cutting across on the throw to put one in towards net, but goes off the side of the net. And nothing to speak of again offensively for the Big Red as we continue. And here come the Spartans up the left side into the middle. Cookingham a little too strong for her. Connolly comes up to get it. Settling under this one is Prentice. And we'll try to hit Cookingham again. Cookingham hip to hip with her defender here on the near side. That is Alex Wang. And Wang will go down. They rule it's a foul on Cookingham. And it'll be a free kick for Catherine Hillary. Tries to get ahead for Lily Eiler. Back upfield by the Spartans. Briggs. And Cookingham leads it into the box. Millward forced back out. And a foul drawn by Millward. Set piece from, I'd say, about 25 here for the Spartans. Prentice ready to, not Prentice, Body ready to give it the boot. 3 white jerseys set up just inside the box, it looks like here, for the Big Red. And here comes Body. Headed and in! And Prentice picks up the brace with the header in the 50th minute on the assist from Janiyah Body, and it is 5-0. I will admit this is not the result I was expecting. I was expecting something much more competitive, certainly not this one-sided. But LA making a statement here in their home opener. 5-0 the score, as this will be launched all the way towards Connolly. pick it up. Here's Mars. Go to her right. And Liberator. The first 2 goal scorers, Mars and Liberator, for LA this game. Up the right side, Millward is cut off by Bohan. And Bohan plays it into the woods. Throw for LA. 52nd minute now. LA up 5-0, looking to go to 2-0-1 on the season. Come in for Rago. He has it taken away by Bohan. Sepiel up the left side for Kirkman. Kirkman tries to lead Sepiel a little too strong, and Caldwell's there, but so is Davidson, will boot it away. Number 10s bounce off each other, Barton and Millward. Barton trying to get it away from Millward, and again, the midfielders and attackers for LA not given the back line of St. Paul's any room to breathe. Almost a dangerous turnover there at midfield, but St. Paul's able to slow it down, but now they'll thread the needle. 2 red jerseys are onside. It'll be Mars backing up, getting it into the box, and it'll be picked up by Connolly. Oh, now can you come up with a shanked throw as opposed to a shanked kick there? But that was exactly what that was from Connolly, and Cokenham could have had an opportunity there, but instead, St. Paul's gets possession to the LA back line, swept out of bounds by Caldwell. LA throw here. How's it going, Summer? Got a sub? Yeah, we got a sub. All right, so Cokenham comes off, and Julia Schuster, Groton native, comes in. Mars, a little too strong for her. 54th minute. And throw close to the corner here for Summer McSweeney. Tries to get it in for Mars. Mars escapes the defender. Now tries to cross it into the box and gets it off a body. It'll be another LA corner. If I'm keeping track of things right, 7 corners, none yet for St. Paul's. Will be Prentice to swing it with the right leg. The header was almost on target for Mars, went across the face of goal to the near side of the box, back to midfield. LA still on the attack, can't put it on target for Prentice. Mars is there, goes to her right. Still in a dangerous spot though. Here's a chance, the cross, oh, a one-timer, and actually, Prentice one-timed it off her own head. It was off her foot, then it headed it down off herself. And eventually, it's just going to be a goal kick for St. Paul's. A rare mistake today for LA. Doesn't cost them anything in terms of the scoreboard, at least certainly not giving up a goal, but could have been 6-0 if Prentice could have had a hat trick too. So missed opportunity there for LA. Nice spin cycle. Body trying to keep the ball moving up the far touchline, and the defense there to cut her off. Eiler there, but Liberator's got it in the corner. Liberator with the cross. Prentice denied again, an opportunity for her third. And St. Paul's able to clear it all the way back to Caldwell. "24 minutes and change to go here in the second half. 5-0 our score. It's been all LA. 4 goals in the first half. And the first goal in the second half by Prentice. Gave her a brace. She's had a couple opportunities for a Hattie since, but has not been able to convert. Got a sub here, and while we do that, guess what? We have an opportunity for a promo. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcast for is $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Bussy slides down to Anita, try and keep this possession going, and then it'll be swept over the far touchline. We continue on. Into the middle, launched upfield by Prentice. And the persistence will pay off as best. She's trying to get a brace of her own and plays it out to Schuster. Schuster trying to go into the middle and is cut off. Back to the back line for Body. Caldwell turns it upfield. I was going to go over the touchline, but LA will keep possession and try to lead best, but Connolly scoops it up. 5-0 our score, 22 minutes and change left in the half. Prentice gives it up. Millward. Through ball for Liberator. The save made by Connolly. Brought out of the box to Barton up the far side. Pereira. Another substitution. Another promo, I guess. Nope, not yet. We play on. Wang. Rago. Up the right side. Liberator trying to force her way. There were a couple of defenders, but cut off by Barton. Barton up the left side. Ward's in the way. They try to spring Sepiel, but it'll be swept away by Caldwell. Throw in will be cleared again by Caldwell. At midfield, it'll be Best. And Barton's there, but turns it over to Best. Tries to lead Schuster, but getting her foot in the way was Wang. And that would have been a great moment there for Schuster. She could have made a run, the senior from right here in Groton. Bussy will drop it into midfield for Kirkman. Back to Bussy. And upfield, Hillary tried to turn it to the right side, and it was intercepted by Barton, who launches it towards the box where it'll be scooped up by Davidson. We approach the halfway mark of the second half. 5-0 our score, LA on top. Really not much to speak of offensively for St. Paul's. Already certainly more time in the offensive third this half than in the entire first half for the Big Red. Still nothing to show for on the scoreboard until maybe now, but Up to slide and smother it is Davidson. Caldwell was there too to sweep it away if need be, and nearest in a white jersey was Georgia Bussey, the junior out of Hammonds Plains, Hammonds Plains, Nova Scotia. Speaking of Nova Scotia, I want to wish my father a happy end of his sailing career. It's never his career, it was his passion, a labor of love, and made his last sail, completed his last sail earlier this week with my sister. Although he wasn't in Nova Scotia, he was in Maine, but plenty of summers along the Atlantic provinces of Canada and Maine as we have a goalie switch. Davidson is off. Abigail Moran, who just subscribed to the channel, by the way. Hi, Abby, is in between the sticks. For the Spartans, Abby, the senior out of Harvard, Mass. Yeah, and Dad's big thing was sailing. My sister made a very heartfelt post about how much it meant to him and how it was special to her, even though it wasn't her thing, and retired from sailing about the same age I did, basically when latter years of high school, basically. But Dad kept on, and now Dad at 77 is locking the boat up, put in the shipyard for good. Up the right side. Barton turns it over, tries to get it back. And it'll be Millward. They'll play it in the middle, and there is Schuster. Muscling with Wang to try and gain possession. Goes out to the far side, and it's Kirkman for St. Paul's. 17 minutes to go. All the way back to Caldwell. Now they'll try to spring Sempion, and that will not work out. And coming up to get it is Mars up the right side. Gibbs is there, and she can't catch up to it as Bohan gets in front of her. Goes out of bounds for a St. Paul's throw. With about 16 minutes to go. Sub here for the Big Red will tell you LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelyppp@gmail.com for more information. Under 16 minutes to go. Here is Summer McSweeney. Over the head of Caroline Briggs. Sailor Pachios is in the game for the first time for the Big Red. And Moran will boot it up field. Free kick here from just behind midfield for St. Paul's. Lofted towards the box, body heads it away. And then Mars. Mars coming to the near side. With her is Briggs, Barton rather. Mars with trying to get a burst of speed, and Barton will concede the throw. Under 14.5 to go. 5-0 our score. Another sub. Schuster's coming off. And Cookenham's back on. Excuse me, that is not Cookenham. That is Morgan Schultz. And Schultz will tap it back. Back to Body. Moving over to the right side. Launch from about 30. And Conley scoops it up. Approach 13.5 to go. LA looks like they're going to go to 2-0-1 on the season. And St. Paul's probably going to go to 4-2. Their second loss in their last 3 games. Mars, left side. Schultz, freshly on, had a chance, gets into the box, had it poked away for a second, and it'll result in an LA throw. So Schuster had a chance early in her tenure on the field for coming on in this half. Schultz had a chance. Unfortunately, neither able to get on the scoreboard. Try to get to Mars again. Try to spin around Wang. Wang's there for it first. Concedes yet another LA throw. 12.5 to go in the second half. McSweeney drops it in for Mars. Mars working her way to the middle. Has some space. Gets around the referee. And it's caught by Connolly. Back to midfield. Body couldn't stop it. And Caldwell able to reverse direction. Swept away from Best, but Mars is there. From 20, wide left. Bouncing, rolling ball. Conley dived, tried to make the save. Save she ended up not having to need to make. 11.5 to go, and we got another sub for LA. Addison Best has come off. Didn't see who took her place, but Best has come off the field. Body tries to thread it for Mars. Comes to the near side for Schultz. Schultz at the edge of the box. On the cross, tried to put it on the shot, and they score, and it's Nuala Gibbs, the freshman from Williamstown, Ontario. 6-0. In the 70th minute, Gibbs, 6-0. Out to the far side, there is Caldwell. And then he'll go to Moran. But Moran doesn't look like she's going to take the goal kick. It's going to be Body. So a fine start to the home schedule for the Spartans. I'll try to lead Gibbs again. But it'll be cut off by Hillary for St. Paul's up the far touchline. And out of bounds, we got another substitution. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Spring and Ko-Fi LSP 37, and of course, subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. 9.5 to go in the second half, and that throw canceled. We have another kind of a late sub there. It's a St. Paul's sub, and Caroline Briggs looks like it's coming off for St. Paul's. Throw in for LA along the 18-yard box. Be launched from just outside the box. Connolly made the stop, glanced off her shins, but no one there to put on the rebound for LA, and she will clear it. Mars in the middle, extra pass off target. Rominski for, excuse me, not Rominski, that was Bussey for Barton. Rominski, on the field it looks like for St. Paul's. And it'll be Schultz into the middle for Mars, trying to bounce off Hillary. Keeps possession, the rifle from outside the box, and the save by Connolly. Mars has had a couple good looks, and that's been her move. Try to move to her right and then create space, blast with the right foot. Use the referee as a screener earlier in the half. And took that one from about 19 yards, just outside the 18-yard box. Both those opportunities, though, stopped by Connolly. Cross, knocked down by Buddy. Cleared. But I'm sure Mars will be happy when the goal in the 13th minute, that right now stands as all that LA needed. More substitutions and a well-deserved rest for Sienna Mars. And she will come off. And it looks like Erin Sheehan has come on for LA. 7 minutes to go. Lawrence Academy up 6-0. Back to Millward. Into the box, glances off St. Paul's leg. Casey's there for St. Paul's. Tries to play it upfield, but hits it out of bounds. Millward. One player for LA you feel should have a goal by now, but hasn't. 5 different goal scorers for LA. It's been Mars, Liberator, Best, 2 by Prentice, and Gibbs. All 4 classes represented for LA here in the goal scoring department. The junior Mars, the sophomore Best, the freshman Gibbs, the seniors Prentice and Liberator. Prentice and Liberator, of course, captains for LA as well. One thing you gotta be concerned about, though, if you're LA, and that is the health of Ashley McSweeney. Went down in with about 12 and a half minutes left in the first half and could not put any pressure on her left leg. Had to be helped off, hopping on one foot basically. Under 5 minutes to go. They try to lead Bigelow, but it's intercepted by Prentice. poke there, and they try to get it to Cookenham. And more subs for LA. Off goes Rago. Off goes Malia Pisek. Maya Vasquez on for the first time for LA. As we approach 4 minutes to go. And what's going to end up being an emphatic win here in the home opener for Lawrence Academy Girls Soccer. Body. One of the few LA players who hasn't come off, few LA starters who hasn't come off at all. Cookenham started the game on the field, came off, then came back on. By my count, Body's played the full 77 thus far. Might be on track to play the full 80. Millward's out there still too. This is headed into the box, but Moran will scoop it up. 3:19 to go. Here's a thought for public address announcers in the world. Next time if your team has an insurmountable lead with 3:16 left, you start playing Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme. Glass shatters, da 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 da, and crowd goes nuts. 3:16 and counting. I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. .240 to go. I mean, just the fact that the vast majority of this game was played in the St. Paul's half. They had more opportunities in the second than they did in the first, but absolutely nothing to show for it. Neither Davidson nor Moran have really had to sweat between the sticks for LA thus far. Davidson obviously did not allow a goal, started the game in goal for LA. Moran came on with about midway through the second half. And we're under 2 minutes. And we'll stop the clock. But I imagine there's not going to be much in terms of stoppage time just because it's a 6-0 game at this point. No real mercy rule in soccer rule, no real running clock rule in terms of that like there is in other high school sports. I mean, the clock runs in soccer anyways, but it's a little different, in soccer. I mean, even in field hockey and lacrosse, they'll keep the clock running throughout. It's a girls lacrosse where it's where if it's a 10-goal lead, it's running clock until it's less than a 10-goal lead. But field hockey, there's not as much scoring with it, but there is a running clock rule, I believe, in field hockey. With soccer, you're just at the mercy of when the referee decides to stop it. Remember a few years ago, it was some international match. I don't think it was a World Cup match, but one team was trouncing the other, and they got to 90 minutes, but there were still several minutes of stoppage time, and the goalie turned to the referee and said, "Sir, do you think you can, call it here? It's one-sided. Do they really need to play out these last, X minutes and so on?" And the referee agreed, and they called it, and they blew the final whistle there. But it is going to be a Lawrence Academy victory, just waiting for the final whistle. And there it is, 6-0. Did you think that was going to be how it ended? I certainly didn't. 4-1 coming into play. St. Paul's. They get blown out of the water here. 6-0. LA improves to 2-0-1. St. Paul's falls to 4-2. Combined clean sheet for Davidson and Moran, and a brace for Alyssa Prentice, the senior captain out of Merrimack, New Hampshire. And also tacking on goals were Karina Librator, Sienna Mars, Addison Best, and Noella Gibbs. We hope Ashley McSweeney is okay after the injury she suffered in the first half, but LA with a good win here in their home opener. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes and beyond since 2011. Copyright 2022, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that you can follow and support LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. LSP's next Lawrence Academy broadcast is October 12th when the Lawrence Academy girls soccer team hosts Tabor. Watch the game live at local sport on the Local Sports Productions YouTube channel, and you can buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store, among other stuff. LSP37.creator-spring.com for merchandise. samfeelypvp@gmail.com to order DVDs. Once again, the final score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is Lawrence Academy Spartans 6, the St. Paul's Big Red nil. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.